Standard 10th Science and Technology Part 1, Chapter number 1, Gravitation. Introduction. We must recall what is force. Force is the quantitative description of an intersection that causes change in an object at rest or in motion. In simple language, we can say force is a push or pull. This force we see when we apply the force on the doors or windows to open or close it. We also see the application of force in the playground while playing the swing. What are the effects of force? 1. A force can set a body in motion. Example, moving coins with the help of a striker in the game of carom. 2. Force can stop a moving body. Example, a moving vehicle can be brought to rest by application of brakes. 3rd, force acting on a body can change the speed of a body. Example, when brakes are applied, speed decreases, or when accelerator is pushed, speed increases. 4th, force can change the direction of a moving body. Example, football player applies force to change the football's direction. 5th, force can change the direction as well as speed of the body. Example, when a ball is hit by the batsman, it changes the speed as well as direction of the ball. Same happens in a football or a volleyball match. 6th, force can change the shape or size of a body temporarily or permanently. For example, elastic rubber band, clay or baker's dough. You must be also knowing that there are two types of forces, contact force and non-contact force. When force acts through direct contact between two or more objects, it is contact force. Example, muscular force, frictional force. Example of muscular force, during bodybuilding, we pull up the weight. Second example, in a bullock cart, the bullocks are driving the cart with the help of muscular force. Non-contact force, when force is applied between two objects even if they are not in contact with each other. Example, magnetic force, gravitational force and electrostatic force. What do you know about the gravitational force? The force of gravity or gravitation is a natural phenomenon by which all the things with mass or energy are brought towards one another. The gravitational force is a universal force and it acts not only between two objects on the earth but also between any two objects in the universe. The phenomenon of gravitation was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. As the story goes, he discovered the force by seeing an apple fall from a tree on the ground. He wondered why all apples fall vertically downward and not an angle to the vertical. Also, why do they not fly off in a horizontal direction? He also thought, can this force act on objects at even greater heights much farther away from the earth, like for example the moon? The next question which he thought, can this force act on even farther objects like the other planets and the sun? The answer for all these questions helped him to derive the conclusion that there exists a gravitational force between any two objects having mass. Figure on the left shows an apple tree on the earth. The force on an apple on the tree is towards the center of the earth, that is, along the perpendicular from the position of the apple to the surface of the earth. The figure also shows the gravitational force between the earth and the moon. The distances in the figure are not according to the scale. Here in the other diagram, you can also see that the gravitational force is directed towards the center of the earth. Force and motion. We have seen that force is necessary to change the speed as well as direction of motion of an object. Can you recall what are Newton's laws of motion? Newton's first law of motion. According to this law, an object continues to remain at state of rest or in uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. For example, the football cannot move on its own unless it is hit by an external force of the player. Newton's second law of motion. The rate of momentum is proportional to the applied force and the change of momentum occurs in the direction of the force. For example, you can see in the diagram, a man is trying to push a car. Here the car is heavy weight and the man is trying to push a cartwheel. Here the cartwheel is less in weight. So application of force is less in the second case. And you can also observe the change of momentum occurs in the direction of the force. Newton's third law of motion. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction which occurs simultaneously. For example, in a rocket, when the hot air gases are coming towards the earth, the rocket is pushed towards the sky. Second example, when the air is coming out through the balloon is blown in the opposite direction. Introduction to scientist. You should know about the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1727. He was one of the greatest scientists of recent times. He was born in England. He gave his laws of motion, equations of motion and theory of gravity in his book Principia. Before this book was written, Kepler had given 3 laws describing planetary motions. However, the reason why planets move in the way described by Kepler's law was not known. Newton, with his theory of gravity, mathematically derived Kepler's laws. In addition to this, Newton did groundbreaking work in several areas including light, heat, sound and mathematics. He invented a new branch of mathematics. This is called calculus and has wide-ranging applications in physics and mathematics. He was the first scientist to construct a reflecting telescope. Circular motion and centripetal force. Try this. Tie a stone to one end of a string, take the other end in your hand and rotate the string so that the stone moves along a circle as shown in the figure. Are you applying any force on the stone? In which direction is this force acting? How will you stop this force from acting? What will be the effects on the stone? Answer. As long as we are holding the string, we are pulling the stone towards us, that is, towards the center of the circle. and are applying a force towards it. The force stops acting if we release the string. In this case, the stone will fly off along a straight line which is tangent to the circle at the position of the stone when the sting is released, because that is the direction of its velocity at that instant time. For every circular motion, you have to remember the direction of velocity is tangent to the radius. Thus, we can define centripetal force. A force that acts on any object moving along a circle and it is directed towards the center of the circle is called centripetal force. Centripetal means center seeking, that is, the object try to go towards the center of the circle because of this force. Centripetal force makes us to understand that for the moon to go around the earth, there must be the same force, that is centripetal force, exerted by the earth which attracts the moon towards itself. Similarly, the sun must be attracting the planets including the earth towards itself in the solar system.